Day 492 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 1304. Find n unique integers, sum up to 0. The difficulty level is easy, so you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as well. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. Given an integer n, return any array containing n unique integers such that they add up to 0. All right, y'all, so that sounds simple enough, but let's go ahead and take a look at these examples anyway, just to make sure that we are doing this problem correctly. So in example 1, we have our input n equals 5. Our output is -7, 1, 1, 3, -7, -1, 1, 3, and 4. Explanation says these arrays are also accepted. -5, -1, 1, 2, and 3, and -3, -1, 2, -2, and 4. So let's break this down one step further. All we need to do is we need to find 5 unique integers, or n unique integers, meaning those integers we can only use the integer once. Like as you can see in this array, we only use -7 once, we only use -1 once, we only use 1 once, 3 once, and 4 once, right? So unique integers just means one integer each. We can't have 2 ones or multiple ones or multiple -7s or anything like that. And then we have to come up with 5. So 5 unique integers or numbers that when we add them all together, it adds up to 0. So as you can see, -7 plus -1, that's going to give us -8. But then we have -8 plus 1, that's going to give us -7. Then -7 plus 3 is going to give us -4. Then -4 plus 4 is going to give us 0. So as you can see, all of the elements in this array add up to 0, and it will be the same for this array and this array. Boom. So let's take a look at example 2. So in example 2, n equals 3. So since n equals 3, that means we need 3 numbers that when we add them all together, they'll add up to 0. So in this case, we have -1, 0, and 1, right? Once again, they're all unique. -1 appears once, 0 appears once, and 1 appears once. So once we add -1 plus 0, that's still -1. Then -1 plus 1, that's going to equal 0, and that's what we want. We want it to add up to 0. Then in example 3, we have our input 1. Our output is just 0, right? Because we can only, n equals 1 means we only need one integer, right? And the only integer that equals 0 by itself is 0, so we just return 0. So I hope that makes sense to y'all. And now that we understand the question, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. Make sure y'all stick around at the end because we have 2 solutions today. They're both simple and easy to understand, so that's why I wanted to include both of them. Just 2 different ways of solving the same problem. So let's get into it. Now the first thing we're going to do is we are going to create our result array. So we're going to declare a variable called result, and we're going to set that equal to an array of integers. Come outside of that, put the parentheses. As you can see, our output is an array of integers, so we need to create that array of integers, and that's what our result array is going to be. Then we need to keep track of our running total of numbers that we've added together, so we could declare a variable called sum and set that equal to 0 to start. Boom, sorry y'all, equal white space, equal white space. Now we need to add the numbers from 1 up to n minus 1, whatever that may be, into the result. So we're going to say for I n 1 ... less than sign n, we're going to open up the brackets. And first thing we're going to do is we are going to append the current number. So we're going to say result dot append, open up the parentheses, pass in I. Then we're going to keep track of the cumulative sum by saying sum plus equals I. Boom, but we're not done yet. Now we're going to add the negative of the accumulated sum as the last element, and this is going to balance the array so that the total becomes 0. So we're going to come right here and we're going to say result dot append, open up the parentheses, and we're going to say negative sum. Boom. Then we're going to return the array of n integers that sum up to 0 by coming underneath this. And all we have to do is say return results, y'all. That's it. That's all the code. So let's run it. Boom. Let's see how it runs before we submit it. Let's see. It's accepted. Let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted after we submit it. And look at that, y'all. 0 milliseconds beats 100% of users. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. So, with that being said, make sure you get one more look at the code. And now let's get into the next solution, y'all. And guess what? We got a one-liner. That's right, y'all. We could have solved this problem in one line of code, but this solution was so simple, and I feel like it's a little bit easier to understand, so I wanted to include this one first. But now let's get into the one-liner. So the first thing we are going to do, we're going to create our array by saying array. Then we're going to open up the parentheses. We're going to say 1 dot dot less than sign n, so the array is going to be 1 up to n. Then we're going to say plus, going to open up the square brackets, and we are going to say, open up the parentheses, and we're going to say 0. Sorry, that should be a 0. 0 dot dot less than n, come outside. Oh, sorry, this should be in parentheses though. So let me put the parentheses. Boom. So then we're going to say dot reduce, open up the parentheses, 0, comma, and put the minus. And that's it, y'all. That's the one line of code that we needed. That's all we needed. Let's go ahead and give this a run. Okay, so we have an error. Let's see where that error is. Oh, sorry, y'all. There's a space right here. Get that space out of in between the less than sign and the period. Now let's run it. Okay, it's accepted, so let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted. And look at that, y'all. 0 milliseconds beats 100% of users. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see, y'all. So with that being said, I hope y'all learned something today, and I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.